I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. Don't stop. Just give me up. Don't stop.
That's what I get for trying to do new things. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sports Report Fight Night. I am your host, Josie, with my good buddy, Will. And we are here to talk about all things wrestling. And there is quite a bit to talk about. KW already blowing up the chat.
Yeah, he is. What's up, KW? How you doing, bro?
And he started off with exactly where I want to start. Triple H is doing the damn thing. As we saw Friday night on SmackDown, Karrion Kross returned. Will, shut the fuck up.
I think actually though, if you would have came back and you would have put him in NXT with Scarlett, cool. He got Scarlett back with him, so let's see what he can do on a second run on the main roster.
It'll be a lot better.
I
Just
think it
the
will.
sheer fact that him and Scarlett,
yeah,
are together.
Yep.
Will make them better because they work so well together. And then last night we see. Okay, this is what I want to talk about before I even talk about who showed up last night. Did you see any of the video clips about all the storytelling they did up to the end of Raw?
A little bit.
So at one point, they're doing an interview backstage, and there's a wreck. Someone who's driven a car just into the building. And then they're doing an Asuka Alexa Bliss promo, and you see security guards huddle around getting that car towed. And then as Bayley and her crew walk up, the security guards end up running by Alexa and Asuka, and that's when they end up finding Dexter Loomis, in the front row, just standing there. This was my thing. Is this Triple H's way of bringing back The Way?
Might be.
Listen. You bring back Loomis. Then you bring back Indy Hartwell.
Mm-hmm.
Then you bring back Gargano and Candice Michelle together. Is that Candice LeRae? Candice LeRae together, and you use them to get Theory to actually win when he catches in his case. That I believe
might be
that could be a great storyline.
Yep.
Because The Way was a family, so bring in your family.
Right.
I would be okay with that. Triple H has made me excited. Like, I was actually upset that I missed Raw last night. You know when the last time that I was upset over missing Raw?
It's been a minute.
It's been a long minute.
It's been a minute. Yep.
I got a farmer's tan that I just now noticed.
But like I say, I'm looking forward to it because you can always see Raw's WWE as a whole is slowly coming back to what it used to be, slowly on like a slow uptick.
Oh yeah. And we said it, like Triple H isn't gonna like. There was other things that happened last night too. Kevin Owens basically killed off Ezekiel. I think that character is done.
He done.
I don't know where Elias is going to go now, but that character is finally done, which I'm okay with. It looks like we're getting kick-ass Kevin Owens again, like the reincarnation of Stone Cold, which I'm excited for.
Yeah.
KW wants to talk about it, so we got to talk about it. Karrion Kross returning, though, to SmackDown. And this is what I've heard about that. USA is not happy with not having a title on Raw. So they're wanting to split the titles up again. Which unification was stupid anyway. Like, I don't understand it. Like,
It never lasts anyway. It never
well,
lasts.
like the way WWE is structured now, I don't see we ever not having some sort of brand split. And they just need to understand that that's how it's going to be and to stop fighting it.
Yeah.
And thank you. Finally, someone agrees with me. Like, everybody wants to give AEW shit for all these belts.
But let me ask you a question, though. Let me ask you a question when it comes to that. And I ask both you and KW. When it comes to that, with the budget cuts that they made, is that roster big enough for more titles?
No, but Triple H is obviously. I
mean, what would you add?
Okay, so let's do it this way. So you have you need a champion on each for each
champion on each show. A mid card on each show, being the IC of the United States title.
The tag titles for the women need to be elevated to the same level as the men.
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna have tag titles for men and women, or for men on both shows, there needs to be tag titles for women on both shows, not just one.
So we should have tag titles for both shows.
Yes,
women's tag titles for both shows.
I've always been a fan of a cruiserweight division.
Cruiserweight champion.
I like a cruiserweight division. Get away from calling it cruiserweight. I heard a quote this week that said that Triple H is wanting to move more towards an AEW New Japan style. So create a Super Juniors in WWE. Make a juniors division in WWE.
That's a disparaging talent, though. I mean, oh my gosh. I mean, you think WWE has anything that can compete with New Japan as far as a Super Junior?
No.
Hell no. But I see your point.
At one point,
it would have.
WWE had all those guys that are now in the top of Super Juniors.
Mm-hmm.
They had those guys. They had them, and again, Vince fucked it up. He fucked it up.
But there's nothing wrong with having a cruiserweight champion. I mean, hell, look at the cruiserweight champions in history.
And personally,
go look at.
Yes, go ahead.
Go look. Rey Mysterio. That man, he's gonna be Hall of Famer. Ultimo Dragon, Brian Pillman.
Kendrick.
You've had some great cruiserweight champions over the years, and they've proven that they can hold their own. I mean, hell, Brian Pillman had a program with Lex Luger, and looked strong in that. So just saying, you can do it. Give people like Dean Malenko title shots, because Dean Malenko just suffered in them. He just suffered in them. He suffered.
I also have heard that. Oh shit! Where was I going with this? Fuck. Oh yes. No, I already said that. Shit. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Triple H is doing the right thing. They're moving in the right direction.
Yep.
John Laurinaitis was officially let go this week. I'm really surprised that so far it looks like Bruce Pritchard and Kevin Dunn still have a job. I don't understand it.
I don't know how that is. Bruce Pritchard might have pictures on somebody, though. He's been in the game forever.
He was just Vince's boy.
Yeah, he might have some pictures on somebody somewhere. You fire me, I'm gonna let all of this go. Let all this go.
Okay, before we move off of the WWE, there is a little
Ciampa too. Good point, KW. Good point.
Oh yeah, Ciampa resurgence.
You
looked great against Bobby Lashley last night. Like phenomenal. And that promo he cut. I would be okay if they either brought the way back or did some kind of either DIY reunion or DIY. The Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa feuds in NXT were the greatest feud ever in NXT. Like, those matches were fucking phenomenal.
I mean, hell, for a time period, you couldn't make an argument that NXT was better than Raw and SmackDown.
Oh, there was definitely a time. There was definitely a time before AEW.
Mm-hmm.
There was definitely a time.
Yep. Yep.
And but that feud has never been done on the main roster.
Never ever. Never ever.
Gargano, and there's so many thousands of people that haven't seen Gargano and Ciampa, and it just like those two really are real life best friends, and they know each other so well. And I heard it recently on a podcast that when you're friends with somebody, you actually go harder in the ring when you're against them.
Right.
Like it just because you know each other, you just
Mhm.
click.
Now let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Would that be more of a pay-per-view match, or would you do it on a Raw or SmackDown?
No, it definitely needs
Has to be a pay-per-view.
somehow maybe Gargano screws Ciampa in some way or another. I don't know how you set it up. Like it needs to draw out, honestly.
Yeah.
I would
They need
say
some build. They need
like,
some. They need some.
started
build
around Rumble. Honestly, that's the other thing you got to remember. Now that they're out of SummerSlam, like Rumble's not or far away, and then we're on the road to Mania. Like,
yep.
He's only got 3 months until we're on the road to Mania.
Can you see? I want to see.
And supposedly Cody is back at Mania.
I want to see a Triple H run WrestleMania. I want to see it.
Oh, he's going to have 2 nights this year.
Yep. I want to see it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right, but before we move off of WWE, I have a conspiracy theory of sorts that I've heard. Have you heard this conspiracy theory going around that it was Triple H who blew the whistle on Vince?
Yep. And I wouldn't be shocked.
So let's look back. Triple H has his heart problem. Vince uses that as the moment it happens. Relieves him of his position, takes over NXT, shits on NXT, just changes up everything. They stop taking in indie wrestlers. I mean, for the last year and a half, how many people have they let go?
Yep.
Just all of it. And finally, all of this comes down. Vince has to resign. Could you see Triple H and Stephanie being like, it's our time?
I can't
see motherfucking time.
I can see it.
And it's the only way Vince was gonna walk away.
They're like a bunch. They were like a bunch of hungry crocodiles looking at somebody to eat. They saw that opportunity and they took it.
Far from death, it was the only way you were getting Vince
out of
that building.
Yep. Exactly.
So I don't know if this will ever be proven, but I could totally see it.
Hell, there's a story now that Vince gave more money than what was reported before. There's a story out right there on Facebook that says that he gave out more money.
All right. Next thing I want to talk about, AEW Quake at the Lake this weekend, or tomorrow night, actually. Well, first, before we talk about Quake at the Lake, we need to talk about Battle of the Belts. How do you feel about these quarterly Saturday night shows that they're doing with TNT?
I ain't got no problem with them.
Have you watched one? Though?
Because I've seen one, but I don't have a problem with them because you're spreading them out. But if it
they're only quarterly. They have 4. They get 4 a year, I believe.
4 a year.
So this week or this Saturday, you had Battle of the Belts 3. It was Wardlow versus Lethal. Great match, honestly, great match. They destroyed Wardlow at the end. Lethal, Sanjay Dutt, and Satnam Singh. So that feud is not over. You had Castiglione versus Takeshita. Takeshita is going to be a fucking star.
He'll be he gonna be a problem.
My god, dude! Like, when I say that, I mean he could be the next Okada. Like, he's so good. He's good in the ring. He's charismatic. I know he doesn't cut promos because he doesn't speak a lot of English.
Yeah.
But
just in-ring talent, though.
God, him and Claudio had such a good match. He is definitely going to hold a title in AEW. I saw some people saying, like, New Japan needs to sign him.
Can they, though?
Well, officially he is signed to New Japan. He's
Mhm.
on his excursion.
Mhm.
New Japan requires. Remember, you saw Okada and Impact back in the day.
I remember.
Like,
I remember.
New Japan requires after you finish in the dojo, you have to go and work in another country for so long. Some
Okay.
go to Mexico, some go to India, some come to the States. You
Okay.
have to go work in another country.
Okay.
So he's doing his excursion for AEW.
Gotcha.
But truly, I don't know. He doesn't. I don't want to see him holding the TNT title because right now I think Wardlow needs to hold that son of a bitch.
Mm.
I didn't think he was going to beat Claudio. It wasn't time for that yet.
Oh no, Claudio just got the belt.
Exactly, and with the whole Gresham thing and everything that went on with that, like Claudio needs to hold the belt for a while.
Have you heard anything else about that situation?
Not a damn thing.
Me either.
Not a damn thing.
Me either.
I'm assuming Tony just released him.
Yeah.
And then what was the other match of Battle of the Belts?
They're gonna pick him up though, because he's not. He wouldn't be a very good. I don't think it would be a very good. And that's just my opinion. I don't think he'd be a very good WWE guy. I just don't think he would.
He's just too bland.
He's
not interesting.
Yeah.
So, and then your third match was Rosa versus Hayter. It was a good match. I mean, they're both very good. Hayter is great in the ring. Rosa is great in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody see the Acclaim's rap about Vince this week?
Nope, I didn't.
He said, we're going to put you, the ass boys, on like Vince and retire them like Vince McMahon.
Get him! Get him. I'm still trying to figure out Madison Rain and Jade.
Well, okay, so you have that match. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to Quake of the Lake.
Mm-hmm.
Quake of the Lake is tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm.
For AEW, you've got several good matches.
I'm gonna actually watch that.
Yeah, like several good matches. You got Darby Allin versus Brody King.
Ooh.
Wait, what? Tony drops huge tease for Quake by the Lake. Tomorrow night on Dynamite. Oh, tomorrow night on Dynamite. If you miss Quake by the Lake, it'll be a regret you won't forget.
Wow. That tells you.
Damn.
That tells you. You better watch it,
Serious comment from your CEO.
You better watch it, cuz.
So here it is. Jon Moxley versus Chris Jericho 2 for the AEW Intermortal Championship. Again? I'm actually super pumped for this match. They haven't Jericho never got his rematch.
That's true.
And now AEW doesn't do rematches after you lose. That's not how it worked. But they never had a rematch. So I am okay with this. I want to see this. Then you, as Will said, you have Cargill versus Madison Rain.
Man, Rain can win. I'm telling you, Rain can win.
I don't think she will. I'm still watching Impact, and she's still on Impact. So I don't know if she's still signed to Impact.
Mm.
And now I know Impact tapes usually about a month at a time.
A month ahead.
And they have a pay-per-view coming up this weekend, so they'll be doing tapings.
Yep.
So maybe she's leaving the company, but as much as I would love to see it, I don't see Madison Rain beating Jade Cargill.
But if anybody could.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But wrestling ain't about logic, as we all know.
As we all know. King versus Darby Allin in a coffin match.
I love Darby Allin.
Dude, I've been a Darby Allin fan since the very beginning of AEW.
I
was at his last coffin match with MJ, or who was it? Who was it he had the coffin match with? Ricky. Oh, I can't remember. Anyway, I was at that last match when he did a coffin drop from the top rope into
yeah. I
It
remember.
was insane. And Darby has already, in just 3 years of AEW, kind of set up the coffin matches, his match. Like, that's his match. This would be the first one I'd say he might lose, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Brody King is a fucking monster.
That's a monster right there.
That
That's a
is
big
a
boy.
monster of a fucking man.
That's a big boy.
Lucha Bros versus Andrade and Rush, Los Ingobernables, Los Ingobernables, and a tornado tag match.
Oh,
Lucha Rules is also. So this is going to be a
that's
fast-paced,
going to be interesting.
really good match.
Really
Andrade and
fast-paced
Rush have been
match.
tagging for years.
Mm-hmm.
We all know the Lucha Bros are one of the best tag teams there is.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be a great match. Probably this could be the match to steal the show.
You can't blink in that match either.
No, you'll miss something.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is a match I'm actually really excited about that no one is probably excited about, but I'm excited about. Rick Stocks versus Aaron Solo.
Yeah, that's just you.
If you're a fan of our past shows, you know that I kind of know Aaron Solo. And it's actually funny is when I knew Aaron is when he was tagging with Ricky in Austin, Texas.
Tell him again, KW. Tell him again, KW. They ain't repping Lucha Underground. I ain't watching. Tell him, KW.
I am pretty sure after Taz announced this week, Team Taz is done. Looks like it looks like Hobbs is still going to stay babyface. For their feud to work, he's going to Starks is going to have to, or Hobbs is going to be a heel, so Starks is going to be a babyface. I'm okay with that. I love Ricky. I think he is super charismatic. I think it would take very little for him to get over the crowd.
You're the only one.
What? You don't like Ricky Starks?
He aight.
Fuck you.
He aight.
Fuck you.
I mean, he's just okay. I think he's a little over the top with his stuff.
That's his character.
It's just too much sometimes, though. Sometimes you just want a Joker to shut the hell up.
I will say that Hobbs has been wrecking the shit out of him. And it looks like QT Marshall has turned into the factory into like the mob.
It looked like it. But they all mob bosses.
Yeah, right.
I got an underboss.
You got the guy that's from NXT that was in a like mob group at NXT.
Yeah, see, even KW say Ricky and all that. He okay. I just think he's a little too much over. I think he's average. Yeah, average in the ring, and a little too much on promos.
I love Ricky. And then FTR is to appear.
They don't have an opponent yet.
No opponent listed. No, just
they're gonna
appearing.
win. They're gonna win anyway. They're gonna win.
Also announced this past week is AEW is coming to Toronto.
Toronto.
They're
gonna see Gene kill some mooses.
What do you think, Tony's? If you won't, it'll be regret you won't forget. Who do you think? At this point, Tony needs a debut.
A debut or a Punk coming back.
And Punk, from what I have just heard this week, Punk will not be back in time for All Out.
But he needs a debut for real. He needs something to put him over, because once WB gets their shit together, hey,
yeah,
he might be in trouble. So
we were talking about it before the show. The rumors going around that he's getting kind of egomaniacal and like worse than Vince. Like people have said that he's like Kevin Dunn on the
he gotta go
insulting people.
Oh hell no, he gotta go
in the head pieces. And
he gotta
go.
That
made me think, is that why they ended up promoting some people?
Could be. Could be. They take
more things off of him.
Take more things off his plate. Yeah.
Do Tony needs to be careful. Like this is my thing. I'm hoping that WWE gets good, and AEW stays growing, and
Mhm.
New Japan keeps getting a foothold in the US, and
Impact get a TV deal.
Impact just keeps being awesome and maybe
Getting
gets
that
a
TV
TV
deal
deal.
at some point.
I just want and then I want Tony to get ROH a TV deal. Like I just want amazing wrestling.
The
I
thing about
watched
it though, Tony
NXT.
need to be the thing about it though, Tony needs to be careful. And I say this because got the type of he's got a type of talent fostering that would mutiny on him.
Now
It would be
he's in a
mutiny.
little bit of a boat because I'm guarantee you people like Cole is probably like shit. Now I could go
I
back.
left one to come to another.
Well, and
Mutiny.
it's not even like if he's getting rude with him.
Mm.
But Cole, you know how close Cole was with Triple H.
Yep.
Like, and you know, like all of those three guys are probably like, shit. We could be back with Roddy.
We should have held on.
Yeah, like, and like it's unfortunate that
A
these
lot of
people
that
are gonna have that because Triple H has shown that he can put on good product. He did it for many years with NXT.
A lot of that talent over there is I think Athena is gonna feel the same. Because Triple H was really high on Athena.
Yeah.
And gave her championships over in NXT, and now she's gone. So now she may be feeling the same way Cole is feeling right now.
She's one of those that had two runs in NXT, remember, because of everything. So all right, that takes us out of AEW, and the next thing I want to talk about is New Japan G1 Climax. I mean, it's going on right now. I'm trying to see who's up in the rankings.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's on right now. If you don't follow New Japan, you don't know what the G1 Climax is. It is one of New Japan's bigger events of the year. It's a 30-day or 2 week, right? 2 weeks.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. 14 days.
2-week tournament, and it's losses don't necessarily disqualify you.
KW, you a fool.
God.
You talking about Nikita Lyons?
Nikita Lyon? Oh, she's
yes,
doing
sir.
Right here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I will take that with pride, sir. Take that with pride, sir. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Woo! That girl. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee.
But G1 Climax, a loss doesn't obviously just eliminate you. It's a point-based system.
Yep.
A pin gets you a certain amount of points. A submission gets you a certain amount of points. A loss even gets you a point. And I was trying to
I wish WB would do. I wish WB
there needs to be some kind of. I wish, and this is my hope. This is why I said all that. I want companies to work together again.
Yeah.
I want, and we forgot NWA and MLW. I want all of these companies to be able to get together and put on a tournament like the G1 Climax every year.
My girl Camille, still the champ over there. Shout out to Camille. She's still a champ. Looking all good and thick. Go on, Camille. Yeah, you got married too, but damn it.
Oh no, it's a 20-night tournament.
It's 20-night. Okay.
All right, so night 15 was last night, August 10th. No. Hang on. Trying to find it. Here we go. The 14-night tournament took place August 9th. Los Increíbles de Japón defeated Tomo Ishii by submission. These are not G1. There's always pre-matches
going on, yeah,
with New Japan. So I'm going to skip those. The G1 Climax, you D-block singles match. Each group is placed into a block. That's how they're separated. You had Takahashi versus Yoshihashi. Takahashi won by pinfall. Sonda defeated Chase Owens by referee stoppage. Fuck.
Damn, how the hell?
Tama Tonga defeated Tachi. Lance Archer defeated Jonah. And
Motherfucker still wrestling.
Oh yeah, he's big over in Japan.
Mm.
And Naito defeated Kenta.
Oh,
For those who don't know, Kenta is the old, what was his fucking name? And Ao Itami.
yeah.
Ao Itami. All right. So looking at the standings. Oh shit. All right. So the standings right now. Lance Archer is Jonah and Kazuchika Okada are tied with 6 points in Block A. Jay White leads Block B with 8. Tama Tonga and Sonda both have 6. Block C is tied with Tanahashi, Sabre Jr., and Naito.
Okay.
And Block D is two-way tie with Takashi and Finley.
Okay.
Osprey's got 4. Jeff Cobb's got 4 points. Lawler's got 4 points. Fucking Osprey's a machine, bro.
He is. He's amazing.
He's a fucking machine.
He's amazing.
I saw a clip of his, I think it was one of his G1 matches. And God, God, I can't think of the word, but the transitions that they were doing, like the whole circuit that they did was just insane.
Yeah.
And what blows me away is I've seen Osprey do this with multiple
people. Yeah.
And like, it's probably something that guy could never do with anybody else. It's how fluid Osprey is. And his gut, and like people just work better with him. I am hoping. Supposedly, Omega is healed, cleared, ready to go. They had to. Could Omega return tomorrow night?
You know what? I didn't even think about that.
I didn't think about that till right now.
It could be the one. That could
because
be the one.
Supposedly he was so ready to go that they were having to change summer plans so he could return.
That could be the one.
They've already started to set up the Bucks. The Bucks got attacked by the Undisputed Elite this past week.
That would be
saved by Hangman. So
that would be lit, KW. That would be.
I mean, I'd be okay with it. And it seems like Osprey and Omega are building up to a match. Like it's gonna happen.
It'd be a damn good match, tell you that. Tell you that.
So winner of the classic gets a title shot, right?
Think so.
So what happens if Jay White wins? Oh, and that's another title I wish more people had. The title that Jay White used to have. And that's the never open weight.
Oh, yeah.
I wish more companies had a never open weight. And if you don't know what a never open weight title is, it means that anybody can get challenged for that title. Doesn't matter company, doesn't matter weight limit, doesn't matter anything.
So basically, Roman Reigns can go over there and get that title.
Yes.
That'd be some bullshit, but he can go in there and get that title. That'd be some bullshit, but
trying to see exactly.
Hell no, exactly. Hell no.
But yeah, I wonder what happens if Jay White wins.
That'd be interesting. That would be so interesting if he won.
I think that's about all I had. What's going on in Impact right now? You've got Emergence going on this Friday for Impact Plus Ultimate subscribers. You're going to see Josh Alexander versus Alex Shelley. Alex Shelley vying for his very first Impact World title. He's never even challenged. He's never even been a number one contender for this title.
Damn.
This past week was pretty good. Doc Gallows and PCO had a hell of a street fight. Fucking hell of a street fight. I would love to see Alex Shelley get a word title, but it's not going to happen.
It ain't gonna happen. It's a damn shame that it ain't gonna happen, but it ain't gonna happen.
What else is going on in Impact?
Your boy, what's your still the champ?
Jordan Grace is facing off against who this Pat? Shit. Oh, Mia Yim. Jordan Grace versus Mia Yim for the Impact World's title.
Look, man. Look, I ain't gonna say in front. When Mia first got her start, I thought she was a baddie, but now looking at her,
she's doing pretty good in Impact.
Yeah, she's a good wrestler. I'll give her a due. I remember covering her back when she was in ACW with Rachel Summerland, Athena. I remember back then looking at those matches, but nah, man. Yeah, she aight. Jordan Grace should win that match.
Probably. Your Impact. I'm surprised the Impact tag titles are not on the line because Doc Gallows and Machine Gun are holding those, and from what I've heard, are no longer contracted to Impact.
Wow.
Now, like I said, they're doing Emergence, and then they have at Second City another show in Chicago the next night. So they're obviously doing tapings.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming they'll drop those at the tapings. And then what else? The Impact Women's Tag titles will be on the line. You're gonna have it's Taya Valkyrie and Rosemary are holding those. It's going to be Gianna Perrazzo and Chelsea Green vying for those. I actually think Perrazzo and Green might win that match.
They might.
What else? That's all I can really think of. Yeah. Ric Flair's last match this past weekend.
Disgusting. He had a lot of people out there watching him too. He was drunk the day before, and drunk the day before, drunk the night before, and the day of the match he was drunk.
Oh, I'm hoping that something tells me the man's probably gonna die soon. Not to be mean, not to be like anything. But the thing I brought that up is the matches.
Hey, Josh Alexander's still a champ over there?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
It's Josh Alexander versus Alex Shelley.
Okay, I want to be sure he was still
I think Bound for Glory is going to be Josh Alexander versus Eddie Edwards. I'm pretty positive.
That's going to be interesting.
No, but the reason I brought up Ric Flair's last match is because of all the other matches they had and all the other things that happened. You got Machine Guns versus the Wolves. You got Jacob Fatu versus Josh Alexander with the Major Figure Boys jumping them in the match, and then DDP running in and diamond cutting Matt Cardona.
Yep.
Like, it was a great pay-per-view.
Except for that last match.
Until the main event.
Until the main event. That bitch was terrible. And then there's rumor that Ric Flair want to jump off the top rope. But
no, it's not a rumor.
It's not a rumor. Okay, it's true. Okay.
By Charlotte.
Okay.
She told him, fuck no.
Yeah. Too old for that, man. You too old to be in that match. How old is Rick? 78?
And I saw this, and I can't say that it's not probably in Flair's head. He's out here seeing Stinger jumping off of the ring tunnel in AEW, and it's like, I could do that.
That's different, though. Sting is at least in somewhat good shape.
They're around the same age, but Stinger, I would say, is probably in better shape. Hasn't
Yeah.
had as many injuries.
Yeah.
And also, from
It
what
doesn't
I've been
work.
told, Stinger wears like, if you look at him, he wears like a protective under his shirt. He wears
Mhm.
something like
Mhm.
he wears almost like a Kevlar vest looking thing.
Mhm.
Um,
Plus, you don't work drunk.
and he don't work drunk.
Yep.
I think that's all I've got for this week. You never know what's going to happen on SmackDown Friday night now. And
Nope.
and also, like, shit could be happening. You also got to be watching NXT because now Triple H is in charge of NXT, and that's going on tonight.
Mhm.
So shit could have happened there.
Let me ask you a question real quick before we go. Promo of the year, would you give it to Reigns in theory? So far, would you give it to Reigns in theory?
Promo? Oh,
Yeah.
for their for the daddy one?
Yeah.
Um,
Would you give it promo of the year right now?
for hilariousness? Probably.
Yes. Your daddy ain't here right now. Your daddy ain't here right now. Yeah, I forgot about MGF. I forgot about that one. I just thought the Roman Reigns one was just hilariously funny, but yeah, it's gotta
Yeah,
be
the
MJF.
MJF is definitely promo
Yeah.
of the year.
Yeah.
There's no arguing that.
Yeah, ain't no arguing that. But just that was a serious promo though. If you just want to see something that made you get up and fucking laugh, that's gotta be that Roman Reigns in theory promo. I mean, that was funny. That was funny. And it wasn't even that long. And it wasn't even that long. Yeah, Reigns is second. I love that promo. And it was so truthful too. So truthful. Hit that nail right on the head.
All right, guys. Well, thank y'all for joining us tonight. We will be back next Tuesday with all your pro wrestling news. Make sure you're checking out everything on the Sports Report. You got Sports Report on Monday night. You got us on Tuesday nights. You got After Dark on Monday, or right now in Monday evenings after Sports Report. Then on Sundays, you got
No. You forgot. After Dark has switched to Thursdays.
Have they officially switched to Thursdays?
That's switched to Thursday.
All right,
Here now,
so
still Monday.
After Dark Thursdays.
Yep.
You got okay. So Sports Report on Mondays. That's where you see all of us talking all things sports. Tuesdays, Fight Night. Me and Will talking wrestling. Nothing on Wednesdays. Thursdays, After Dark, talking the human side of sports. Everything on the human side of sports. And then Sundays, winter meetings. So that's 4 nights of sports content for you. So make sure you're subscribing. Make sure you're liking. We now have a Twitch, or we have a Twitch. We have a TikTok. We have a Facebook. We have a YouTube.
Yep.
Go subscribe, like, all that. We're going to be having news and different segments coming out with all of us on the TikTok. So make sure you're on there.
Twitter. Don't even ask. We ain't doing Twitter because Twitter is trash.
But thank y'all guys. Y'all have a wonderful week. And
take care,
we
guys.
will see y'all next week.